House Leader of the Third Party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Amidst tariff threats, the government has tasked the province to buy BC. And as important as that is, the choice to buy BC simply isn't available to British Columbians living paycheck to paycheck. Despite being one of the wealthiest provinces in Canada, 17% of British Columbians face food insecurity, and food prices are projected to increase by 5% in 2025. This government has put too much responsibility on its citizens for the tariff response. Through you, Honourable Speaker, to the Minister of Poverty and Social Development, what tangible supports will this government introduce so that British Columbians can do their part and can afford to feed themselves and their families with groceries made in BC?
Minister of Social Development and Poverty Reduction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Grateful to the member opposite for raising the concern that we feel in every community and in every province in the country as well, that the increased cost of food because of global inflation, interruption from things like the Ukraine war has shot up the cost of food. This has been a tremendous pressure on families, and it tells us again and again that everything we can do to invest in British Columbia and grow more of our food vitally necessary. And so I'm grateful to the cross-government focus on this work. Also grateful to both United Way BC and Food Banks BC, who over the last 3 years have been able to deliver to grassroots organizations an unprecedented amount of money. Our ministry funded it, but these organizations were able to get money out quickly. And it's not only for emergency response for food banks, but also investing in the kind of food security infrastructure that for Indigenous nations, they are able to grow and process more food, but then also for urban organizations to be able to recover and redistribute excess food. Most importantly, I think connected to the member's question, is our farmers market coupons, where between the Health Ministry and the Agriculture Ministry, when we can get dollars people can deliver to purchase at farmers markets, that's the very best way for us to get nutritious, fresh local food to people in need.
Member Supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. While I appreciate the response, British Columbians need and deserve more right now. This government has estimated that tariffs could lead to a cumulative loss of $69 billion in economic activity in the province in the next 3 years and 124,000 job losses. Our local businesses are particularly vulnerable. It's irresponsible for this government to continually push Buy BC without ensuring that our BC businesses are protected and supported. Through you, Honourable Speaker, to the Minister of Jobs, Economic Development and Innovation, how will this government ensure that people can buy BC and support local businesses while also staying affordable for consumers?
Minister of Jobs and Economic Development.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you, Member Opposite, for the question. We know that tariffs are doing harm both sides of the border. That's why this government's advocated so hard against them in the first place and continues to be at the table with businesses in our tariff roundtable and with labour organisations and Indigenous groups so that we can in real time work together to ensure we're unlocking economic development, doing a tariff response, watching for what's coming out of the federal government to support impacted individuals and businesses in our communities and fill in those gaps. Honourable Speaker, we will continue to work to ensure that our businesses are helped with unlocking internal trade and reducing trade barriers across the country and with supports that are filled through the federal government and gaps that we identify.